perspective of the image. So let's go to the today's session. This is one example I am showing. It is in a photographic trick. So that is already you know that how you are capturing the photo with a camera. That is also decides that the visualization of the image.
Shreya, madam, slide is showing only the contents, not the
Madam,
Excel.
presentation mode, ma'am, please.
Yeah, I put it in presentation only. Just wait.
Vaishnavi?
Is not moving.
No, madam.
It's okay now.
Now the
Slide,
madam, now the slide contents
slide
are
show.
in modern age.
No, it's not getting.
Now the slide is showing
Now it's okay,
in
ma'am.
modern age visual information.
Okay, I will verify it. Actually, I think it's not.
Madam, you can use F5 button.
Yeah, that I know. It's not like that. I am getting the full screen only. I think
Shall I explain the things? Now explain what are the techniques to have Okay, so Google Tender is a type of for yes, in a Google Tender is a type of for immediate self-help. It is also called.
now it's okay. Is it
మేడం
moving?
మీరు మేడం ప్రెజెంటేషన్ ఫుల్ స్క్రీన్ మోడ్ పెట్టేసి షేర్ ఏ ట్యాబ్ కొట్టండి మేడం.
Yeah, full screen better. Same thing only I'm doing.
F5 ప్రెస్ చేయండి మేడం.
I'm getting the full screen only.
ఓకే మేడం.
Ma'am, while sharing your screen through Google Meet, you need to share entire screen. Then this problem will resolve. First, stop
Okay,
sharing and
okay,
again share
okay.
it.
Okay, I will do it. Now is it okay?
No, ma'am, not visible at all.
No ma'am. Share the entire screen and madam and then go to the presentation.
Same thing I did.
I'll call you ma'am just once you mute.
Just a minute, I will go back again. Now is it okay?
No, ma'am.
It's not getting?
No, ma'am.
We cannot see your screen, ma'am, even.
No, it's not highlighting the share itself. My screen is not getting at all.
No,
No,
ma'am, we are
ma'am.
not getting.
No, ma'am.
Here it is saying share only. ఇది సేమ్ అట్లాగే జస్ట్ మన అనుకున్నాను ప్రజెంట్ నా ఉంది కదా దాంట్లో ఎంటైర్ స్క్రీన్ ఉంది ప్రెసెంట్ మోడ్లోకి వెళ్ళానా ప్రెసెంట్ లో యువర్ ఎంటైర్ స్క్రీన్ వచ్చింది ఎంటైర్ స్క్రీన్ నొక్కదా షేర్ వస్తుంది కదా ఇక్కడ నాకు షేర్ అనుకుంది కదా నేను షేర్ చేస్తున్నా ఇక్కడ ఐకాన్ షేర్ ఇది అవ్వట్లా
Wait for 5 minutes. I'll just take the PPT from the madam and I will share it. And madam will be presenting. 5 minutes. Ma'am, is the presentation visible, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Sorry for the inconvenience. Okay, let's start it. Yes, next slide.
Yes.
So we already said that it depends upon the perception, how you visualize it. Next. Next. So we are going to be discuss about these things, how to represent an image and how the image processing is developed and what are the fundamental steps and different types of the operators on an image and applications in certain. Next. So if you are considered that a visual information is transmitted in the form of the digital image. If you are consider a digital image processing, it is generally refers to a two-dimensional picture by a digital computer. Okay, once computers are developed at the same line, all the fields are developed along with that. So if you are consider a digital image processing, there will be a wide and variety of applications is there. You can say that almost no area of a technical endeavor that is not impacted in some way by digital image processing. Next slide. So now we will talk about how to represent the image. So if you are considered that x and y are the coordinates and the amplitude values are discrete quantities, then we can call it as an image, digital image, because in the olden days we call the analog images is also considered with respect to the camera capturing. So once we are using the computers means it is a discretized, so we can call the image as a digital image only. So digital image is composed of a finite number of elements which has in a particular location and value. These elements, the basic element in the image is called as a picture element, image element, pels and pixels. And some of you might be come across already the image processing, but I briefly give the fundamentals, then we will talk about the different operators. Okay? Even though some of participants maybe know about these things, once again we are refreshing it. The image may be in a two-dimensional function. We can represent it as in a f of xy. X and y are the spatial coordinates and fxy is the intensity value. So if you are considered that f will be the amplitude at the coordinate points xy, this is called as in a gray level or intensity value. Next slide. So we are representing on the plane. If you say that m into an image, we consider m rows and n columns, and each point we can call it as an a 1 pixel. So there will be a different types of representations we are discussing. This is one of the representation. We are talking like the location and intensity values. So in the image, every point is called as a pixel and each pixel have its own intensity value and location is given by the x and y. Next slide. So here I think image is not getting. There will be a compatibility problem is coming. So Poonam, I will send a PDF file. You please upload it. Just excuse us. I think
Yes, ma'am.
compatibility problem is getting. Just I will make it as an PDF. I will send you the PDF file.
Okay, ma'am. I'll share that one.
Extremely sorry for inconvenience. So here we are observing that in the entire image, just I taken as a small flower that can be represented in terms of the intensity values. So if you are observe that the image part is expressed in terms of its respective intensity values within a different integers. So whenever we come across any gray level representation like that, it has as an integer number. Generally, it is not like a real number like that. Points and all will not be there. As much as possible while you are processing any image, it's better to make all as an integer values. Next slide. So this is another example. Okay, if you are consider this as an image. Next slide. So if you observe that the center line is in a 128 intensity value and remaining all will be the zeros. So this is exclusive representation in terms of a location and gray level intensities. Next. So image can also be expressed like in a matrix. So if you are consider an image within a size of n into m, we are representing that it as an a nm matrix, n rows and m columns, and each have its location is identified with an a 0, 0. So intensity value is taken as a of 0, 0. The first element in the matrix is represented a 0, 0. So generally, if you are come across with a matrix, matrices never starts with like in a 0, 0. It has to be start with a 1, 1. So here it is, even though you are considering representation is from 0, treat it as an a 1 and 1. Okay, when we are representing images, generally many are making this type of the mistake. So if when we translate that from the image to a matrix, you treat that 0, 0 element is start with an a 1 and 1. And if you consider a matrix case, the matrix element ij is the value of the Vij, that is in a pixel at the location of ij with a value of a. Yeah, this will be the another type of the representation. Previous case is one type of the representation. On a plane, you are representing the image. Here it is a representation of as a matrix. Next one. So generally how the image has to be generated based on a optical theory. Okay, this is another type of representation. Okay, the first case we are considered that on the plane. Second case is its equivalent of the matrix. Now we are talking with respect to the optical representation. So if you are consider the generation of the image, we can say that light is fed on the scene and whatever amount is reflected, we are going to be see that one. So if you are considering with respect to that, let's say the function fxy may be characterized by the two components, that is the fed on the light on the scene, that we can call it as a illumination, and the amount of the reflection from the objects, it is a reflected one. So your fxy is the basic element in the image, is represented in terms of these two parameters, illumination and reflection. Next slide. So this will be the another representation with respect to the optical theory. So we can call it as an ffxy is ixy multiplied with an rxy, and the values here also we can consider from 0 to infinity. I is the illumination parameter, small r is the reflectance parameter. So among of these, the well-known methodology to process an image is the matrix method compared to the other two methods. So if you are considered as a plane representation, you can represent and follow the coordinate geometry to process the image. And second representation is in terms of the matrix. So we can perform any mathematical operation done with respect to the matrix, you can also perform that on the image. And third is with respect to the optical. And here it is in a multiplication parameter. So it's going to be in a complex. So majority of the processing algorithms on the image is considered as in a matrix. Wherever the mathematical operations is not possible with respect to the matrix. For example, if you are considering a large size of the image, when we are go for a division, or it requires a determinant. So any element or any determinant with respect to the image is and it becomes a 0, then we not able to process it. So Another first representation is the coordinate geometry. So if you are go for a coordinate geometry, again, mathematical difficulty is there. So as much as possible, the best method is the matrix method, but you have to take care of that whenever any zero elements are there, that there is a choice of the determinant is goes to be zero, make it as in a smaller values which are not going to be disturb the image processing. Okay, when we are processing, we doesn't know that whether the determinant is a zero. To avoid that, generally what we have to be do is that the zero intensity pixels has to be replaced with a very small value, which is not going to be effect on the processing. Okay, so most of the algorithms, whatever the processing on the image is there, it is represented in terms of the matrix, and you have to be process that matrix such that the characteristics of the image has to be changed. So there we gone through 3 models. Among of that, we can say that the best representation is the matrix representation. Next slide. So here I am to be given some examples how to understand the image. Okay, there will be different parameters. So if you want to process the image, availability of the characteristics of the image is only f of xy. F of xy is the amplitude and xy is the locations. So based on these parameters, you have to be generate a secondary parameters and process these secondary parameters to get the required applications. So here we talk about a certain examples. So this is considered as an original image. Its size is 1600 into 800 pixels, and each pixel is represented with 24 bits. While you are storing the image, it has to be stored in terms of the bits only. So you are considering that this representation is 24 bits per pixel. Next slide. So here we are talking about the resolution. So resolution of the image, if you are observe that here number of the pixels is reduced. That is 300 into 150. It is not the size. Keep in mind that the previous image and this image have the same size, but number of pixels are reduced. Still, each pixel is represented with a 24 bit. Okay, compared to the previous image, this image is reduced the number of the pixels, not the size. Okay, length and width of the image is same, but the number of pixels are reduced. That is per pixel. How much area is represented is here it is increased. This is a resolution of the image. Most of the times there is a confusion, a little bit confusion will be always comes. So if you are consider the number of pixels is reduced means it is not that reducing the size, it is going to be giving us that the resolution reduction in terms of the area covered by each pixel is low and high. That is talk about the resolution. Okay, if you are say the lower resolution, each pixel is going to be cover a more area. Next one. So this is further reduced. Okay, it is represented with 150 into 75 pixels. Each pixel is again a 24 bits. Here some information is lost because the expansion of each pixel area coverage is increased. Next slide. This is further reduced. Okay, if you are go for 15 to 25 pixels, much of the information is lost, but still we can communicate with some information. This is talking about the resolutions. Yeah, next. Next slide. Now we talk about the different another parameter. Let's consider this as an image with 300 into 150, 24 bits. Next image. Here we are talking about the precision. We are not changing the number of the pixels, 300 into 200, but each pixel bits are changed. Each pixel here it presented instead of the 24. Here we are consider the 8 bits. So if you taking that per pixel, number of bits are reduced. How we are going to be storing the pixel values in terms of the bits is reduced. This is called the precision. Okay, previous case it is a resolution. Now it is a precision. Okay, So next slide. So here again the pixel is represented with a 4 bits. So if you are observed that there will be a loss of some colors. Okay, so precision is talking about that each pixel is represented in terms of the number of the bits. Resolution is talking about that number of the pixels. Yeah, next one. Okay, this will be in a 1 bit, that is in a binary representation. Okay, next thing. So this will be the amount of storage is required to store any image. So if you are consider the size of the image is m into n and it has a 2 power of k gray levels, then m into n into k. Generally the gray levels for a gray images is taken as a 0 to 255. So with respect to that, you have to take the storage occupancy of the images m into n into k. So the two parameters we are discussed is in a resolution and precision. So how we are going to be represent the image with respect to the resolution and precision we are seeing. Okay, with resolution means number of the pixels is varying. Precision means the number of bits per a pixel is varying. Next slide. So generally we are talking about the subjective analysis, because by the visualization we have to be judged the quality of the image. So whenever we visualize, human eye is not going to be visualize all the gray level intensities. If you are observed that there will be a change from one gray level to the other level, then only we can able to identify. If there is a no change, we are not able to differentiate between of those things. So in this image, we are going to be see that edges between the bars appear as a brighter on the right side and darker on the left side. So there is a change from left to right. Because of that, we are going to be observing they are the different. So human eye is going to be recognized whenever there is a change. By that change, we are observing the edges of the objects. Next. So if there is a gradual change is there, we are not going to be see the edge of the object, and this will be called as a neck band effect. Okay, if there is a gradual change, we are going to be lost the edge information. Okay, while you are processing the images, this terminology is important to know while you are want to improve the quality of the images. Next slide. So if you are observing that a digital resolution, it is going to be represent the 256 gray levels. By suppose if you are taking as each gray level is an 8 bits, we are able to observe only these many colors. Around this is an 32, we can able to differentiate. Just for that sake, we are represented the gray level scale. The next one. So the effect of how the color, the gray level combinations, or it depends upon the background, is given by this image. So if you are observe this image, here all squares have the same intensity values. Because of the background effect, we are able to see that the small squares are different. Okay, if you are observe clearly that as in a mathematical point of view or a number wise integers, you are taking as that small squares have the same value, but its value is looking as a different depending upon the background effect. So if you are observe that the first square, it is in a black, in that it is appearing the gray levels with a more intensity compared to the remaining blocks. So the visualization is going to be give this much effect. If you are go for an objective analysis, all the mathematical values are for the small squares is same. Okay, if you are observing, there will be most of the images visualization effects is more to understand that this example is given. Whatever we are visualizing is depends upon the background, because our eye is going to be identify how the change is present between of the two different gray level intensities. So if you observing that a mathematical representation of the numbers, objective analysis, if you did, all the squares is same. But if subjective analysis, if you go for that, there is a difference we are observing. Because of that, most of the times, objective and subjective analysis may not be matched. Yeah, next slide. So basically, if you are consider the images, back slide. Yeah, there will be three types of the images. Black and white image, you consider that only two values. Black is represented with 0, white is represented with 1. And grayscale images, if you are considered, the gray level intensities is varying from 0 to 255. If you are take as a color image, red, green, blue, each is varying intensity values from 0 to 255. Next. So this is an example, one of the example how we are talking about this RGB lanes. So if you are consider, this is a retina image and it is taken as from the fundus camera. Present retina images is not with respect to the fundus images they are doing. IR radiated images is considered. Based on that, it is processed. So in olden days, it is acquired with respect to the fundus camera. So color retinal image is going to be come across the first image. That image is divided into three planes. We are taken as the red plane, green and blue component. Whatever in the color image, RGB colors are extracted from that. So this is because if you are observe that whatever is the nerves present in the retinal image is clearly observed in the green color compared to the red and green. So if you are separate the green plane, then we are process it. We are going to be obtain a blood vessels. If any exudates is there, they are going to be, we can detect the exudates from the retinal image. For that processing, we are going to be considered a green component. Okay, this is one of the methodology to extract exudates from the retinal image. Because this is one application we can say. Next. Okay, if you do some process on that, you are going to be identified there is an exudates present in the retinal image. Yeah, next one. So we are seeing that the digital image processing. So we can say that it has to be started with the year 1920 onwards. So whatever the photograph is taken, the digital image first is the 1920. The recorded image is given that one. Okay, officially the recorded image with respect to a newspaper is given. That is the first digital image. Yeah, next one. So if you are consider a mid 1920s, there will be two images if you are observe that somewhat better improvement in the digital image. All these are capturing by the different cameras. Still there is no processing. Okay, 1920s it is, there is no processing of the image. They are captured with a good quality cameras. Next one. So here if you are observe that 1960s onwards, there will be a computer technology is developed. Based on the computer technology, the image processing is also simultaneously improved. So if you are consider, this will be the picture. And in 7, if you see that this is the Ranger 7 probe picture, like a satellite like that thing, here there will be a Ranger 7 probe is captured the surface of the moon. Yeah, next slide. So 70s onwards, actually the medical image processing is started. And if you observe that, this will be a typical head slice of the cat image. Computerized axial tomography it will be called. Next one. So 18 onwards, it will be, there will be a lot of changes is present. So we can say that only 3 decades onwards, the image processing is taking place more effectively, and there will be a lot of applications is coming, and there will be a very dynamic growth is present in terms of the image processing, because everywhere image has to be used. It contains a more information compared to the signal. And whatever the algorithms you are already developed with respect to the signal, every algorithm is applicable on the image also. So we say that there will be a lot of improvements. We can consider that enhancement, restoration like that. So here we are talking about any fundamental steps. I think most of you come across the basic fundamental steps in the image processing. Once again, we recollect it. So we can say the first step is that image acquisition. We are going to be acquire an image as much as possible within a high quality, and depending upon your camera capturing, based on that it is going to be acquired within a different resolutions, and we have to be talk about that once it's acquired, we are stored in with respect to the computers within a required precision. Because of that, the terms I defined it initially. So next slide. So after acquisition, whatever we are going to be make to improve the quality of the image within a different algorithms is come from these steps. So fundamentally, if you are if you consider any processing steps, almost all these are the processing steps we have to be do it. So first we will consider the enhancement. So with respect to the enhancement, the basic concept is that we have to be increase contrast and brightness of the image. You have to be apply a certain algorithms on that or a certain methods on the image in such a way that it has to be improve its quality. The basic parameters with respect to the image is contrast and brightness. Next one. Next slide. So next step we consider as an image restoration. Basically in the image restoration is we have to be reduce the noise. Okay, in the enhancement, let it be or reducing some noise, but basically with parameters of the characteristics of the image is the brightness and contrast. Whereas in the image we are talking about a blur and noise. If you are remove the blur and noise, that is called as a restoration. Use some filters, you can improve the quality of the image. Then morphological image processing, that almost your logical operators, like logical operators, you can apply different masks on the image. By that you can able to improve the quality of the image in terms of thinning the lines and enlarge it with the certain techniques. Then it will be a morphological processing. And next is the segmentation, because whenever we acquire an image, we doesn't require all the information of that image. We need a certain part has to be enhanced or a certain part has to be removed. For that purposes, segmentation is important. Here one example is given as that the taken image, flower is in one part, green leaves is another part, background is another part. So we are segmented these 3 parts and identified within 3 different colors. So this will be called as a segmentation. Next, object detection recognition is here in the graph wise I represented that from the image you are going to be identify a certain objects and represent in terms of the other. Suppose example, if you are consider a classroom, in a classroom there will be a blackboard, a number of benches will be there, and chair is there, table is there, like that. You are going to be recognize the objects and identify the objects within a different names. And next slide. So representation and description is along with the object recognition. Once you are recognized the object, it has to be represented in terms of the other things. Okay, all this is going to be do to reduce the storage capacity, or we can say the transmission purpose, we have to do these things, because in the image, whatever is already available image, we are improving the quality is till now whatever steps we are observed. And once we are recognizing the objects, representation and description is talk about that. If you made it some coding, then it is going to be occupy a less space. Then we go for a compressions. Okay, whatever signal compression methodologies is there, all will be applied here also. The basic thing all of you has to be remembered that image compression is not like a size reduction, but already I said that it has to be a precision. That is, you are going to be reduce number of the storage bits. Because of that, I am giving only the example is that a file storage. So if you are able to reduce the file storage, that will be called the image compression, not the reduction of the size. Okay, image is always within a same size only, but each pixel is represented with the number of bits are low. So you have to be give in the compression is that number of bits of occupancy of the image has to be reduced. Next slide. So color image processing is same. Whatever you can do within a gray level images, it has to be done. Every algorithm, everything on the color image is also performs well with respect to whatever results you get in the gray level images. The same type of the results we can also get from the color image. Yeah, next slide. So that will be the fundamental steps. Now the level of the image processing is classified as in three different classes. One is called the low level process, mid level process, and high level process. In the low level process, generally the input is image and output is also in the image. Examples is we given noise removal, image sharpening, like that. That means you are not going to be need many minute details. So you are giving input as an image and output is also in a like image. In the low level processing, in the mid level processing is that you are taking as the input as an image, but output is attributes. So example, we can consider object recognition, segmentation is the examples. So in a group of things, you are going to be detect any object that will be comes under the mid level process. That is, input is considered as the image, but output is expressed in terms of the other things. So here we are going to be get as a recognition, representation, description, those things. And high level processing, if you are consider, the input is attributes and output has to be understandable things. So examples we can consider scene understanding, autonomous navigation. I will show the examples with respect to these three classifications. Okay. Next slide. So this will be a low level processing. So if you are observed that here no minute details is required. So here we are going to be giving us a reduction of the noise, contrast enhancement, and sharpening is going to be improve the image. The input is an image and output is also in a image. Next one. Next slide. So if you observe here, the input is an image, but output you are talking about that edges. Okay, this will be called as a mid-level process. That is, inputs are generally the images, but outputs is attributes. Here the attribute is taken as that edges, contours, and if you take as a group of that is a scene on the road, if you consider, if you are recognizing that car, bus like that, it will be an individual object recognition. So this will be called as a mid-level processing. Next slide. So if you consider a high level processing, there will be in some sense has to be there from the whatever required image. Next one. Next slide. So this will be the high level processing, satellite image. Okay, if you see this raw satellite image, it will not show the understandable colors. So with respect to the image, you have to be apply a certain techniques on that image, and it has to be converted into a recognizable or a understandable terminology. So if you are considering a raw image, that has it taken as a some characteristics of that image and convert into an understandable colors. So if you are consider from the raw image, process it and represent, like water has to be represented in a blue color and crop has to be in some red color, vegetation is in a green color, rocks is in a yellow color, like that. Some understandable colors is converted from the satellite raw image. This type of the processing is called the high level processing. Next slide. So now we are talking about certain operators, how it will going to be affect on the image. Next slide. So this will be the example for a cropping. Okay, so if you see that if a portion of the image has to be cropped. So here the word using is that border removal. So if you are observe the border removal from the first image, if you are remove the border, it is going to be give as a perfect image and there will be a no distortion. Okay, if you see in the first image, the same algorithm, the same concept, that is a border removal is applied on the lower image, the information is lost. Okay, if you are see, the shape is lost in the after border removal. So the same technique or in the same thing will be one image it is advantage, another image it is a disadvantage. So how you are effectively using your technique or an algorithm is going to be give the results. In the image processing, we never say that any algorithm is gives the same result for all the images. So all the algorithms, whatever you are processing for utilization, it is an image dependent. Depending on the image, the results is vary. So you have to be properly utilize any processing technique on the image in such a way that it has to be improve the quality of the image. With respect to that, I am giving this example. Okay, the cropping is the processing technique used to remove the border. For first image, it is an advantageous. For the second image, it is not at all an advantage. Next. Now consider with respect to the zooming. So I already said that whenever we are compressed, the size is not changed, but sometimes you have to be, size of the image has to be increased. For that purpose, there will be any different methods. Next slide. So this is a methodology how we are going to be improve or increase the size of the image. First image we can consider it is an original image. So we are going to be add the average of the first two pixel values and inserting in the rows. Okay, I given the example is row expanded and the rows and columns expanded also. This is the one method that you are going to be taking as the average of the pixels, because our eye is not able to recognize a smooth change. So the image whatever you are considering 848 pixel values, even though it is increased its rows expanded row 86468 also, it looks like the same. Okay, you are taking us the average of 8 and 4. So the step change is less compared to 84 to 86. Because of that, your eye is not much effectively visualized. Because of that, even though you are increasing the size, the information is not going to be lost. This is one of the method. Another method is that you are going to be making with a zero padding. Just you are going to be add the zeros in between of the rows and columns. But one thing we have to be see that suppose there will be a 255 high intensity value is there. If you are add exactly the zero there, it is going to be disturbed certain extent. But if the nearer values are there, it is not going to be disturbed much, because a lot of change is present, then only our eye is going to be recognized. So 3 to 5, there is a change. It is going to be represent. When we are padding within a zeros, slight variation is going to be give certain extent only, because I'm saying that if there is a very large and low values are there, that is going to be recognized by the eye. If there is a smooth change is present, then we can add within a zeros. So surrounding of each pixel, we are adding the zeros. By that also, we can increase the size of the image. These are the two fundamental methods to increase the size of the image. That is a zooming. Next. So now we will go talk about a certain arithmetic operations. So you know that arithmetic operations are addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, like that. So if you consider addition, that is combination of the information in two images. Here if you see the applications, it will creating models for restoration algorithm development, image sharpening algorithms, and we can go for a special effects in the image morphing. Next slide. So this is an example that we are adding the two images. You are consider first original image and second original image. Combined these two. Here in this image, I am not going to be getting any information. Okay. By adding these two images, we are not going to be get any information. We are lost the information with respect to image 1, image 2. Just how it will going to be affect, only I'm showing this one. So if you have to be choose properly what has to be do with respect to which operator has to be applied is an important. If you are consider here, we unnecessarily lost the information. We are not getting any resultant information. Next slide. So here it is an advantageous by using the same addition operation. So if you are taking as the first two images, by adding those two, you are going to be getting as another image with two Tom and Jerry. If you are consider the first image, the remaining all pixels are zeros, right? So wherever the color is there, that is, if you are observe that the right side, if you see, the picture is there with a color, the remaining all pixels are zeros. So if you are add that one, wherever is zero, that is, it is in a matrix representation, add pixel by pixel. So if you are adding 0 to some color information, so color is going to be retained. So this will be the advantage of addition operator with respect to the images. Next. Now we'll talk about the subtraction. So whenever there will be two images are subtracted, what type of applications is there is object tracking, medical imaging, law enforcement, some military applications. I given only the broadly. We will talk about one example. Next slide. So if you are observe here, in the first picture, it is an original scene. Then second is that the same scene is captured certain time lapse. Okay, it is taken as so let's say the first image is taken as at a t, the second image is taken at a t plus delta t. So these two scenes are available. Now we are subtracting these two images. This is also a pixel by pixel only. Whatever the first location element is subtracted with first location element, same thing. Okay, the two scenes are represented in terms of the matrix, and matrix subtraction, element wise subtraction is done. So if you are observe that the first scene car is having a certain gray level, that is, it is towards the black. So that black is subtracted within a high intensity values, right? So because of this high intensity values is subtracted within a low value, so high intensity is retained. In the third image, if you are subtracting the first two images, you are going to be get as a retained intensity values. So that intensity values, and whatever is, if you are observing the image, is going to be take about that the distance between of that. If you are identify any pixel, the car wheel pixels generally take it as like reference points. So if you are subtracting that wheel points, you are going to be get as a number of pixels between of them. And those number of pixels are represented in terms of the kilometers. And you already noted the time of t and t plus delta t. So with respect to the time and the distance, it is going to be calculate the speed of the car. Okay, how you are getting the fines nowadays, the traffic fines is based on this only. So it will be captured at a time t, and again the same scene with a delta t of time. So from this time you are subtracting those two images and finding that number of pixels between of the two reference points. That pixels is represented in terms of the kilometers, and kilometers per time is going to be take about the speed of the vehicle. Just I represented the last image is that in terms of the black and white. Okay, the subtracted images, if you are go for any binary representation, it is going to be give as an easy to calculate. Number of pixels between of two reference points you have to be considered with respect to the image. So this is a practical image processing application. We already using it. Next one. Now we talk about the multiplication and division. To require any special effects, we are generally go for this type of the operations. Next. So here if you are observe that multiplication of two images, just I am showing this images is to understand how it is. So if you are consider the first image, wherever there is a low gray levels is there, it is multiplied with a high values, the resultant is going to be given as a high, right? So if you see the X-ray image, the hand dotting is in a high intensity, whereas if you are considered with a cameraman, the coat is a black color. So it is nearer to the 0. So high values are multiplied with nearer to that values. It is going to be given as a higher value only. Because of that, your cameraman image is lowered compared to with a high intensity X-ray image. Next one. So this is an example you can understand easily. So let's consider the first image is a background image, and second image, whatever the addition you did it, no, that same image. So taking as these two images, the third one is creating the mask. Okay, so this mask is applied on the first image. Okay, because these are the zeros. If you are observe that black or zeros, background is 1, high intensities. So whenever we apply on the image, the high intensity values are enhanced certain level, or you can say that mask is a black and white 1 and 0. Let's consider. So if you are multiplying with that, is going to be give on first image, is creates that the remaining area all will be as it is. Only those two, whatever the shapes is there, Mickey, Tom and Jerry, that shapes is going to be indicate as a blacks, zeros. Then the second image is going to be added to the first image. Mask is a multiplied with first image, that is a multiplication operation. After that, the second image is added to the resultant image. Then you are going to be get as a fourth image. Okay, you are considering the first image. With respect to the second image, we want to put it that onto the same image. By adding those two, we are going to be get it. But whenever we talk about the shape of the objects, the Tom and Jerry is added to the original image, intensities are going to be changed. So if you directly add the two images, your resultant image is not going to be give the same information of combination of two. Original image, and if you directly add the second image, you definitely get the Tom and Jerry images, but with color changes is there. So to avoid that, what we are doing is that we are preparing the mask with respect to the second image, whereas the objects are there, we are taken as that as in a zeros, the remaining area is 1. So this mask is multiplied with the first image. Based on that, you are going to be get it as an required object space is in a zeros. Then the second image added to the resultant, it is going to be give the fourth image. So that is the advantage of doing the multiplication. Next image. Here the image division, if you are observe that the original image, there will be an advantage and disadvantage also depending upon the value of how you are chosen for division. So if you are consider original image just as like any image, element wise division is done within a value of less than 1. So it is enhanced. That is, whiten is further whitened, black is further black. That is called generally the enhancement. Okay, if you are observe the first image and the second image, white parts is high intensities, and the background, if you are see that the tree, black is further blackened. So by this division, it is enhanced. Whereas in the third image, if you are observe that the dividend value is taken as greater than 1. So the denominator is greater than 1 means the values whatever is there in the numerator, it is going to be reduced. So whatever the first image intensities are there, they are further reduced. So high values is lowered. Because of that, if you are observe that brightness of the image is reduced. Okay, whereas if you are consider less than 1 value, brightness of the image is increased, and the third image brightness is reduced. You have to be clearly understand what is a brightness and contrast. Okay, if you are consider a brightness, the intensity values of each pixel, the level of pixel is going to be increased. And if you talk about the contrast is the difference between of the pixels. Okay, so here brightness is increased. Either you have to be enhance the contrast, or in a brightness you can improve the quality of the image. Next slide. Now we talk about the logic operations. So if you are consider and or not are the basic logic operations. So if you talk about the and or, it has to be come with combining of the two images and image masking, extracting the region of interest by using these logical operators, and not means you already know that it is a negative of the original image. Next slide. So this will be the images with respect to the and or. So we want to apply the and. See, if you are see the resultant region of interest is getting the same, but background is changing if you are using the and or. So you have to be apply the mask, and mask means the required region has to be represented within a 1, remaining is zeros. So when we are masking on that, the 1 has to be multiplied with the ray level required region, so it is extracted that part. Whereas in the or, it is an addition operation, right? So if you are taking as that the background is in a 1, required part is in a 0. So if you are considering that high intensity is added the remaining part, because of that high intensity is represented. Wherever the required part is there, it is added 0. So required intensities is displayed. So this will be the and or operations. Next slide. So this is just only the not operation. That is, wherever low intensity is there, it is converted to the high. Wherever high intensity is there, it is converts to the low. Only the negative of the image. Next slide. So now we come further operators. So let apply the Fourier transform. So if you are apply the image, the two-dimensional FFT, first Fourier transform, the spectrum is looks like. Generally, if you apply any transform, image is last. Okay, the information image is never looks like the same way. Here it has to be represent the, we can say that the probability of existence of the one particular values has to be occupied. Okay, that will be the FFT. So if you are apply the FFT on the image, almost all the images is concentrated at a near 0. Center is the 0, and it will be expanded left and right. Okay, the horizontal and vertical plane is gives the gray level intensities. If you are observe that the Lena image, it is spectrum is concentrated at the middle. So how the spectrum has to be understood is important. Okay, the spectrum is showing the intensity values spread over of the intensity values. So it is the intensity values with respect to the Lena image is nearer to the zero. That is, it is concentrated near the zero. That means there will be any low values. So if you give as a Fourier transform, we can say that the variance from one point to the other point. So if you see this distribution in the Lena image, the gray level intensities are not drastically changing. Next slide. See here, if you are observe that a zebra image, because there will be a drastic change on the zebra, the lines is changing from lower to the dark to high intensities, side by side. So here the distribution of the points is more region compared to the previous case. So here the intensity is varying from point to point is in a more. That will be the understanding if you are go for a Fourier transform. Frequency of distribution of intensity values. So if you are considering the Lena image, there is a no much change with respect to from point to point in terms of the gray levels. Whereas in the zebra image, from point to point, there will be a change in the gray levels. Because of that, the points is distributed more region compared to the Lena image. Next slide. So this will be the example with respect to the magnitude and phase. So if you are consider a Fourier transform and take its magnitude and phase, it looks alike. Next slide. So these three terms we are going to be see like averaging, median, decimation. Okay, if you talk about the averaging means you have to be take a group of pixels and it is replaced with by its average value. If you median, if you say that the median value has to be replaced. Decimation is that you have to be reduce the certain rows and columns. These three are the different operations. These three operations is applied on the image. The next slide. Here we are taken as the image. On this image, these three operators is applied. Okay, if you are observe that applying by 3, all the images we are considered as the same size, because if you see the size reduction also it is obtained. Decimation means it's a size reduction. Because of that, I considered the same size with respect to the decimation, whatever is considered, we averaging and median also. So original image is apply the average values on the image, how it looks like if the median and decimations is done. Okay, if you see the computer vision is visualizing in 3 images, but quality wise if you see there is a slight difference is present. Same operations is going to be apply on the same image, it is going to be give as a resultant is in a more or less same, a slight quality difference. Okay, you can perform the required output to get any of these operations is going to be give the same result. Because of that, I considered these 3 operations. Next one. So one thing we are all these operators is generally apply with respect to the mask. So if you consider a mask coefficients, if all the mask coefficients if you are considered positive, then it is example is going to be blur the image. Example we can take low pass filter. Coefficients are alternating positive and negative. It is sharpens the image like a Laplacian mask. And if you coefficient sum to 1 means it is a brightness is retained. Coefficient sum to 0 means dark image. Okay. Based on the coefficients values in the mask, what is effect on the image is talking about this slide. Okay, if you are considered in the mask, all the coefficients are positive, it's going to be blur the image because there is a no sharp edges is present. We cannot differentiate from point to point because of that. It is blurs the image. And if you consider your coefficients is alternately positive and negative, then it is going to be sharpen the image. If all the sum, if you add all the coefficients of the mask, if it is towards the high intensity value, then the image is going to be more brightened. And if the coefficients sums towards the 0 means it's going towards the dark image. Next slide. So with respect to the filters, if you are apply the mean filter, or it is also called as an averaging filter, smoothing filter, the filter mask is all the values are ones. We already said that it is going to be blur the image. Next slide. So if you are applying the smoothen the image, in this case it is an advantage. Even though it is slightly blur the image, it is removes the Gaussian noise. The original image, whatever noise is taken as the Gaussian noise, if you are apply the average filter or a low pass or a smoothen filter, all will be the same. All the coefficients we are considering as the positive ones. Then it will going to be reduce the noise. At the same time, slightly it will blur, it's showing like as a smoothen the filter. Next, if you are consider next the median filter, you have to be calculate based on the neighbor. Median value has to be replaced. Okay, if you consider as 1, 2, 3 like that, whatever is the median value is there, it has to be replaced the median value. This filter is a nonlinear, we already know it. If you are apply this filter on the image, next slide. So this will be a salt and pepper noise is added in the image. So if you apply a median filter, your salt and pepper noise is removed. Generally the smoothen filter, low pass filter is remove Gaussian noise more, and median filter is excellent for the salt and pepper noise. Okay, if you are taking as a mask, 3x3 mask, and center element is replaced its neighborhood median value. If you are do in the entire image like that process, it is going to be remove the salt and pepper noise. Next slide. So if we talk about enhancement filters like a Laplacian and difference filters, you can apply. Alternative, positive and negative you are take, those are called the Laplacian type filters. Next slide. So these are the examples. Okay, you are taking as a positive and negative values. You can apply any mask of these things. Next. So this will be the example with respect to the Laplacian filter. If you are apply the Laplacian filter and enhance it, okay, then only you are going to be get as a good result. So contrast is enhanced. I already talked about that how brightness is increased. Now with respect to this image, if you are observe, contrast is increased, not the brightness. That is from one point to the other point, change if you are observe, that change is enhanced. To find out that change line, you are applying the Laplacian filter. Okay, once you are applying the Laplacian filter, you are going to be get as an edges enhancement. That edges is going to be enhanced because of the Laplacian alternative positive and negative. So the side by side pixels difference is going to be more. So that difference is talk about the contrast. Okay. Finally, the quality of the image is enhanced. You have to be observe that the difference between brightness and contrast, because most of the times a little bit confusion will be present, because the ultimate result is improve the quality of the image. Either you have to be enhance the contrast or a brightness, you are going to be enhance the image. So if you are apply the Laplacian filter, the mask, if you are observe that there will be a coefficients is plus and minus like that. Because of that, you are going to be get as a pixel to pixel change is more. So that change is use the contrast enhancement. Next one. So if you see the difference filter, so talk about the difference filter means from row wise or a column wise, there will be a difference is more. So if you see the images mask, whatever is shown, from line to line, the difference has to be more. In that terms, it is represented as vertical, horizontal, diagonal, like that. Okay. The difference between of from pixel to pixel, either a vertical or a horizontal or a diagonal, there will be a more difference. Next one. So this will be the difference filter. Okay. From the difference filter, you come across that lines is going to be differentiated, but whenever the Laplacian and difference, if you observe that Laplacian, the retains the remaining values, whereas the difference lowers the remaining values. Okay, edges is enhanced, but lowers the other values. So once it will be difference filter is applied, whatever is filtered values is there, it has to be added to the original image, then it's going to be enhance the image. Okay, difference filtered image added to the original image, then only the quality is going to be improved. Okay, image, whatever your Laplacian or a difference filter is there, once you are filtered out, the remaining has to be you as the edges enhancement. So this edges enhancement has to be added to the original image to improve the quality of the image. Next one. So this will be the example for the high pass filter. So if you are apply the high pass filter, it is sharpen the edges. So if you are compare the input image and filtered image, observe that whatever is in the input image intensity values is there. That is white is further whitened, black is further blackened. So edges is clearly identified once you are apply the high pass filter. Next one. So what we have to be understand is that arithmetic and geometric mean filters are well suited for the random noise. Contra-harmonic filter is well suited for the impulse noise, and median filters are effective in the presence of bipolar or unipolar noise. So if you consider arithmetic and geometric mean filter is a like low pass filter, whatever we already come across, this is suited for the random noise, Gaussian noise like that. And contra-harmonic filter is example we can say max filter. Okay, max min filters is going to be suitable for an impulse noise. Either it is a high intensity 255 like that high intensity, or NS0 is called the impulse noise. So we can apply a contra harmonic filters for this type of the noise, and median filters are more effective. Already we've seen that salt and pepper noise. Next slide. So other operators, okay, whatever the mathematical operations is possible, mathematically you can express any equation. That equations we can apply on the image. Because of that, I considered a certain other operators. Okay, we come across that arithmetic operators, logic operators, and filter type concept, because most of the time signal processing has to be converted into image processing. Because of that, we consider the filters also. Now a certain operations, how it is going to be effect on the image. Let's see. So this is an example of the log transformation. So you are considering the input image, apply a logarithm, that is C log 1 plus R. So R will be the gray level intensity of the input image, S will be the gray level intensities of the resultant image, C just I consider as a certain constant. To normalize anything, we have to be considered C. So if you are observe that the resultant log transformed image, a slightly if you are observe that number of the gray levels is reduced. If you are observe input image, there will be a more black, lesser than that value, lesser than that value. The range of the gray levels, if you are observe that, there will be a more levels is present, whereas in the resultant image, less levels are present. Okay, I'm not talking about that the information is lost or any gained, but the range of the intensity values, if you are consider with respect to the input image, the output image range is reduced. Because of that, the storage capacity is requirement is less. That is the advantage if you are apply the log transformation. The range of the intensity values are reduced. Because of that, number of the bits to store or represent gray levels is less. That is the advantage. Next one. So this will be the another example with respect to the linear contrast stretching. There will be a lot of methods how the contrast has to be stretched. So if you are consider in the input image, its gray levels is 84 to 153. So if you are consider those are the range of the gray levels among of 0 to 255 gray intensity levels, the above image is consisting of only 84 to 153 in color plane. I am saying, okay, RGB colors. So with respect to that, whatever is obtained in the first image, Now that intensity levels is stretched to 0 to 255. So if you see the color combinations, you're getting the more colors compared to the first image. That is the advantage. Okay, if you are see the linear contrast stretching, the range of the intensity values are increased, the image colors is going to be increased. Number of colors is more compared to the first one. That is the representation advantage if you are make a linear contrast stretch. Previous case, we are used the number of levels, the range is reduced, because of that storage capacity is reduced. Here we are expanded the range, by that number of colors has to be improved. Next one. So this is another method called as a mosaic, that is the combination of two images. So generally this is a example with respect to the satellite images. You are considering that a large area has to be covered, means adding the two obtained satellite images, by that you are going to be get as a large information. So in the image mosaic, there will be a methods called as a side-by-side image addition, or one image above the other image is also called the mosaic. Next one. So this will be the advantage with respect to the previous example. You have taken as two different satellites called as a pan and LIS. The brackets is indicating that it's the resolution. 5 meters is a 1 pixel value, whereas here 23 meters as a 1 pixel value, and that will be the black and white. This is a color. The band of depends upon the frequency band, it is going to be acquired. So these two acquired images is combined and represented, the required information is moved. Okay, it is going to be fusion of these two images is going to be give as that resultant image. The size is enhanced. Okay, it's not the for the representation purpose I increase it the size. So it is going to be add the color information, and whatever the pan, because 5 meters representation means it is going to be giving us a more information. Each pixel is 5 meters is represented with 1 pixel, so its resolution is high. Whereas this is a low resolution, but it is have a color information. So this color information and high resolution images both are added to get the resultant that image. Next one. So now we talk about certain applications. Next. So this is one of the application that in that aerodrome, it is taken as an aerial image. How many airplanes are there? Okay, generally in the aerodrome, we can live, it will be track and going to be consider number of landed aircrafts. It is going to be count based on that. They are going to be given as a land permission. Okay, it's a live example. If you go and see in any aerodrome, most of the things is automated already. So to get this type of the information, it is acquired aerial image. Okay, we are not talking about the acquisition of the image. Once this image is available, so in this image we have to get number of planes present. So the image processing techniques. Okay, initially we have to take that gray level image, convert into a binary image, and binary image we are go for an edge detection, and in the edge detection a large area and a small area has to be filtered out, because certain measurable, or I can say the fixed area has to be present with respect to each aircraft. So identify with respect to that aircrafts. Then if you see the final image, there will be any white parts. So how many white pixels is present, based on that the occupancy of the plane is going to be detected. Okay, this has to be the one of the advantage of the image processing. I am not talking about which particular technique has to be applied. It's depending upon the equipment, what type of equipment they are used, what sensors they are used, what algorithms they are applied, depending on that. So here the processed image is going to identify the number of aircrafts present in the aerodrome. So this is one of the application. Next one. So this is another example. So this is an aerial image of the Bhuj region. This is taken as after the earthquake. So after the earthquake, the image is acquired to estimate how much loss is done. So that has to be calculated based on the image processing. Next example, next slide. So this is also converted in a binary image. After that binary image, depending on, suppose it is in a vegetation is present, crop area is there, then we have to be extract that. Okay, so apply a certain techniques and identify how much loss will be present based on this processing. Okay, next slide. Okay, this will be the enlarged image. Whatever is obtained image is there, that image is enlarged. After processing, we are enlarged that and saying that how much amount of ruin is there, it is going to be estimated. Yeah, next slide. So this is example with respect to the medical image processing. You are taken as the X-ray images. On the X-ray images, we come across certain mask operations, right? So to extract a lung region, we are applied the mask, and that lung region, this is in a basic method, apply threshold thresholding technique. Depending on the intensity values, convert into a binary image. In the binary image, extract the tumor. Okay, wherever that nodule is present, we have to be extract that nodule. So the final image is showing the extracted nodule. So if you are see the first image, we not able to recognize where actually the nodule is present. After processing only, we are going to be get that nodule. This is from the database it is processed. So we already know that there is a nodule. But if you are see that X-ray image, we are not able to identify where that nodule is present. Once it is processed, we are able to identify nodule is where that nodule is present. Okay, algorithms is used that the mask prepared with respect to extract the lung shape, and depending upon the shape, you have to be create this mask. In standard database, generally the mask is also available, but you have to be create. If you want to do it yourself, you have to be create approximately the mask, extract the regions, and just simply the threshold technique is applied here based on the, but you have to be choose properly what value of the threshold. If you have in a large database, we can able to give the threshold value after processing that and find the tumor is present, where the tumor is present, and we are extracted that. Next slide. So this is another example. Okay, if you are seeing in the X-ray image, it is slightly visualized that there is a nodule, but how much it is not able to clearly indicate. So after processing, same algorithm, whatever previous case is applied, same algorithm is applied here also, then it is extracted that tumor. Next slide. So there is an example. Okay, the live case is taken. Whatever the X-ray is taken in the year April 2009, and we find that the tumor is spreaded like that. This is given, the example is that generally the nodules is almost nearer to the round shape. But in this case, it is not at all in a round shape because we apply a certain shape algorithms, it is not going to be extract. So if you are observe that, this is the nodule in the year April 2009. Next slide. Same process is applied on that. So if after treatment, okay, once the treatment is started and it is taken in the June, it is slightly reduced. Next. So if you are observe that in September 2009, almost all it is cured. Next. So this will be the March 2010. If you are observe that there is a no tumor. Same patient data is collected and it is processed. So you want to validate any your algorithm, you have to be consider like this type of the live examples and validate your algorithms. Okay, standard database you have to be prove it and take 1 or 2 case studies. Next slides. So this will be the CT scan. Okay, most of the times now the CT scans is preferably doing in the medical image processing compared to the X-rays. But if you consider X-rays, why we taken is that it is cheap and also health-wise also it is a better compared to the CT scan. If you take CT scan, it will be like in slices. Number of slices is there in any medical image processing. Available things is that X-rays, CT scan, and MRI images. If you most of the organs, whatever is present in the body, CT scans is done, and CT scan is a very difficult to find out the disease because it is going to be given as a number of slices. So these number of slices has to be used to construct a 3D image. Then it is similar to the organ. Okay, so if you do any image processing techniques on slice by slice, then evaluate it. So this will be the one of the slices taken and processed the same techniques. You are going to be find that will be the tumor. Okay, because it is not at any which part of the slice, it is above of the lung or middle of the lung or in a below of the lung. Like this, if you take a number of slices and do it, it is going to be give and consolidate all the results, then it is going to be give a total amount of nodule. Next slide. This is another example, okay, taking as an one the same person only, but it is taken as an other slides. Next. So this is the way of calculating how much area is taken, okay. We are taken as that with respect to that samples. We take calculated a number of pixels and we given us in terms of mm and cm. After a large database study, we have to be equate them. So this is going to be giving us area. Okay. Next slide. This is one of the example taking as that satellite images. Okay, there is a different bands of satellite images. Whatever we generally see satellite image, it will never get like that. There will be a different bands. One of the band is going to be take as in a more color or in a more area wise, object wise, like that. There will be a different bands has to be considered. So we taken as an 8 bands of the information within a different satellites. Next slide. So that 8 bands information has to be reconstructed in such a way that it has to be give the first image. Okay, color, some bands have a color information, some bands have a more green, it will be recognized, and more water, it will be, some band is recognized, like that. It is going to be construct as shown the area. Okay, that is in Hyderabad, tank band is taken and processed it. We identified that image. Okay, so this is a high level processing. I already said that no high level processing is there. So this will be the example with respect to the high level processing. So if you see that the dot is indicating that Buddha statue. Next slide. So this is in another area. The same process, okay, whatever in the previous case we did, the same way, this is also done. If you see that water is represented like a blue, in between sides it is in a greenery, so that is in a green, like that. Next one. This is in a ground, okay, Gachibowli, it is taken as that ground. We verified with an existing area, okay, whatever we did, whether it is getting correct or not. Next slide. So this is an one example. What we did is that this is in a Vizag area. Next slide. We collected the same way, okay, different bands of satellite images. Next slide. So this will be the different years of data we are collected, 1975, 90, like the different years, okay, 2000 and 2014. Same way, okay, band of information we constructed from that. This is the shape of the required area. For this images, we analyzed it. Next slide. Go for next, no, time is done. Next slide. Yeah, next slide. So how before one. before one. Here, if you are observed that after this analysis, if you are observing from 1975 to 2014, whatever the data is collected, vegetation is reduced. It is an acceptable result, right? Urban area is increased. That is also acceptable. If you see the water, we are getting that increasing the water. Generally, if your vegetation is reduced, means generally the water resources has to be reduced. But what happened is that there is a dam construction is there. Because of that, water is increased. Okay, so we verified by using the case studies like this. And we will never say that any algorithm is going to be give as above of 90% of the results. Be careful about it that whatever algorithms you are applying, all will be the image dependent, and all sum of parameters we have to be assumed. Because of that, whatever the results is coming, we never get 99%. Next one. This is another example taken as a image forgery detection. These are the steps, okay, whatever is done: adaptive segmentation, block feature extraction, block feature matching, forgery region extraction. This is the algorithm, whatever we are applied on the processing of these images. Next. So this will be the example, okay. If you are see the first image, the forged version is taken as the second image, okay. Whatever is that gap is there, it is filled. So we have to be identify that gap is a forgery gap with respect to the second image. Only second image is available. From the second image, we are processed it and extracted what part is forgery. Next one. I said that now block matching algorithm. So that is applied on that. It is in a segmented output. Next. So that is getting like this, okay. After applying the block matching algorithm and the morphological operations, it is going to be giving that part is a forged one. Exactly, it is not getting whatever algorithms is applied. The results is obtained is that part is forged. Next. So we are extracted that part. Already said that I have to be make other things as in zeros, apply on the original image. So that part is extracted from the original image. Next one. The same algorithm is applied here. If you are see that edge, that wall is extended. So generally it is a very difficult to identify, because in the same that this all is called the forgery. Cut some part of the same image and add in another place, okay. That will be the type of the forgery here. So to extract that, same algorithm is applied. Next one. Yeah, next. So that is showing that part is forged. I said that my exact results is not coming, and we are able to identify that part location somewhat nearer results. Next one. So that will be the forgery part. So this is in a very interesting application. So generally, if you see that a morphing has to be done. So we have to be see only the photo is changed, almost near features. Okay, if you are consider the two photos, it's showing a nearer to that. So the same algorithm is processed on this. Next slide. It is going to be giving like this, okay, the detected part. So if you are observe that the distance between of the eyes and almost the sides, all will be looking as in the same. When you scan also, it is very difficult to find out. So for this process, if you are applying this algorithm, it is going to be detecting as that is in a forged part. Yes, next one. Yeah. If you anybody have any questions. Some questions, I think.
Dear participants, we have come to the end of the first presentation. Madam has given the presentation and now she is ready to take up any queries from the participants.
Yeah, somebody is already given, I think so. Yeah, Neeraj Kumar. multiple images of the same object with slightly different shape or orientation, then do we need to create a mask for each and every image? You want to say that multiple objects in the different images. I understand in that way. No need, slightly. You can prepare a one mask, more or less nearer to that, you can apply the same mask. That is only I'm saying, if the database, whatever lungs images you already seen, that mask is also available in the database. Somebody has created the database. We are choosing the mask more or nearer to whatever input image we are chosen. Okay. We can use it. Every time, no need to create the mask. Okay. If you see with respect to a same type of the images, we can make a single mask and we can process it. Medical images is JRST, that X-ray images from Japan. JRST, I think so. Lot of database is there. Okay.
So,
Brain
ma'am,
images database is also available.
ma'am, I have just asked one question to the participants in the poll section, that binary image intensity values. Option A is 0,1 and option B is 0 to 255. So if any participants would like to answer the poll, they may go to the poll section and just answer it. Meanwhile, you can interact with the ma'am also.
Yeah, Neeraj Kumar, you are saying that nearer size. I'm talking about near size. Okay. If and size and everything is different, you have to be prepare your own mask. Your region of interest, you are extracting from that. Okay. Because of that, you have to be prepare your mask.
Any other queries from the participants? Ma'am, someone is asking about the dental images.
Yeah, dental images also we can do it. Dental is also same as X-ray images only. See, whatever may be the image, once it is converted into like a matrix, remaining process is same, whether output anything. Okay, X-ray images is available with respect to the dental. Take that X-ray images, store like a processable image, format it. I think for dental there is no database is available. You can create your own database. Retinal fundus images, now it is difficult to available because most of the hospitals also not using. Present they are going for an IR images only. Fundus camera is there in old hospitals or government hospitals, still they are using. They are called the Docoma images. While saving it, you take that as in a JPEG images. Then after that, you can process it.
Hello.
Yeah, please, you may ask the question.
Good morning, ma'am.
Yeah.
Ma'am, first
Good
of
morning.
all, thank you so much for providing such an informative session. Ma'am, I am having a query that if we are having a large database, and as I already asked, that if we are having a lot of images in which the size is not similar, it is a little bit different or the orientation is different, then do we have to create a mask for each and every image which is different?
Definitely, if there is a lot of changes there, we have to create our own mask. That's why I'm saying whatever algorithms,
Take a
whatever
lot
you are
of time that
processing,
is there a automatic method for doing that, or we have to
no,
create it
only I am,
manually?
no, this is not only the method, no, masking is only not the method. There will be a different methods is available. You can go for a contour shaping. Snake algorithm is also there.
Okay.
You go for a different algorithm. No need to go always a mask. This is one of the method. Okay.
Okay, ma'am. Thank
Region
you.
growing methods you can apply. You want to go for any shape based algorithms is there. Okay. You can search for the internet also shape based algorithms. There is a lot of algorithms is available. You can do in
Ma'am,
that.
if we are talking about the medical images, in that we have to, select the region of interest. So,
Yeah, you can
or
apply
we
snake
doesn't have
algorithm.
this step.
We already did by applying the snake algorithm also.
Okay.
Regular shape algorithms is there. Irregular shape algorithms is also available.
Okay. Ma'am, is there any algorithm for, extracting the ROI from 3D images?
Which one?
3D images like that of a brain, MRI.
Now you have to be constructed from the
Okay.
projections of 2D. You have to
Okay.
be construct the 3D. Certain extent software is available.
Okay. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Algorithm wise you want to use, you can use the B-splines. B-splines also use it to construct the surfaces.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, somebody is asking books. See, Gonzalez is the fundamental book. You can just go through it, but lot of information is available. Most dynamic changes of developments is there in the image processing. Many publications is available.
Any other questions?
Hello, can I ask?
Yeah, please.
Yeah, ma'am, I just want to ask when we should go for special coordinate system and when we should go for pixel coordinate system.
What is your also special coordinates?
Right. What is it?
What is mean by
I mean,
special
special and
coordinates?
pixel coordinate system.
No, whatever coordinate geometry you are already studied, right? X, Y, Z or a rectangular, polar like that.
Yes.
We can represent images also on that coordinate systems. We
Okay.
are talking about only the 2D, right? Plane.
Right.
So if you are consider a plane, always location have 2 points X and Y, and whatever amplitudes you are representing, it is equivalent of intensity values.
Then, ma'am, what is spatial coordinate system?
Special coordinate system like that, it is, I didn't come across any time.
Okay. Okay, ma'am.
Suppose if you are applying a transforms, okay? If you are applying a transforms, then automatically the representation is changed, no?
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
That you can talk about the special coordinates.
Okay, ma'am. Okay. Thank you, ma'am.
Regarding this question polling, that it is available in your screen, extreme right corner, triangle, square and circle. You just open it. It is right side to your message box. Click it and then you can find the questions.
Some question is that camera wise retinopathia, it is called fundus camera, okay? FUNDUS, fundus camera.
Ma'am, I want to ask one question. Can I?
Yeah, then.
Ma'am, when we are creating a mask of an image, when we have to give it to the neural network, so we have to superimpose that mask on the image and then we have to give to the network, or what's the use of basically creating the mask to find out region of interest?
Mask is only to find out the region of interest only. Once you
Okay,
want
ma'am.
to apply the neural networks, whatever the inputs you are taking, generally it is a features of image, okay?
Okay, ma'am. Then mask is to be combined with the original image before feeding to the neural network, or we just
It's
have
depending
to
on
give the
your
mask.
requirement. No, it's depending upon your requirement. You want only to process region of interest, better you apply the mask, then extracted part, you process it.
Okay,
Unnecessarily processing time is required, no, if you process entire image.
if I talk about medical images, so we have to
Yes.
just feed that region of interest, that mask to the network.
Yeah, better, no? Processing time is reduced
Okay, that
if
mask
you are
will be
applying.
the like you have given in the presentation also, that can be like in the form of black and white, zero and white
It's a
pixels, no?
better because it is not going to be disturb other values, no?
Okay, so we have to just create a data set of that mask for all the images, and then we have to give to the network.
Depends on your input image. If you are taking as in different images within a different shapes, then you have to be
Okay,
prepared mask. Suppose I am talking about only the lung images. More or less everybody lung shape wise slight difference is there, but you can apply whatever is a created single mask.
okay, okay. So it depends upon for what purpose we are taking the images and
Yeah.
which mask we are
What
creating.
purpose you want, what images you have.
Okay, because mask will be of different size, na, for every
Yes,
image.
yes, yes, of course.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Ma'am, from Kakatiya University and from myself, I thank you, ma'am, for presenting a wonderful session, taking all the participants from the history and the development of the image processing, and then what are the basics of the image processing, and explaining us the different stages of the image processing, low level, mid level, and high level, and explaining us all the different practical applications of image processing, covering all the areas from defense, medical, aerospace. Really a wonderful session, ma'am. Thank you for accepting our invitation to be part of this Atal Academy event. I once again thank you, ma'am. Thank you for your valuable presentation.
Yeah, thank you all the participants and thank you Poonam Chandra.
Yes, ma'am. Dear participants, we have the next session resource person, Professor Giribabu. He is already available in our Google Meet, and we will take 5 minutes break. Is it okay with you, or shall we start again?
No, sir. Break should be there, sir.
That's what I'm asking, ma'am.
We need a 10 minutes break, sir. 5 minutes is.
At least a tea break. Tea break is required.
Should I take a poll for that one, whether 5 minutes or 10 minutes?
Sir, 10 minutes, sir. 5 minutes is.
Okay, no issue, ma'am. No issue, ma'am. We will have 10 minutes of the break, and already the resource person is available in our Google Meet, and we'll have a 10 minutes break, and then we'll again rejoin in this one. Thank you.
Okay,